Hi guys, my name is Susie, and I'm your host for today's episode of Starship Developments. And as always, there's been a lot going on in the space industry lately, so let's dive right in. Today we're coming to the information. 5th January Starship SN9 speeds toward static fire and flight test. With Starship SN8 test flight still fresh in the memory, SN9 is set to complete an accelerated pad flow with a static fire test and launch this coming week. A triple Raptor static fire test is tracking early this week. Pending acceptable test results, the launch of SN9 could take place just a few days later. Meanwhile, Starship SN10 is now an integrated stack inside the high bay, ready to roll to the launch site as soon as SN9 departs. SN11 and SN12 are undergoing their own build-up operations inside the mid-bay, with the former only lacking a nose cone. Despite requiring the replacement of 2 damaged aero surfaces following a topper in the high bay, Starship SN9 has already successfully proven a reduction in the processing and pad flow timeline when compared to SN8 in preparation for this upcoming test flight. That is one of the objectives for utilizing numerous starships, allowing rapid production and launch capability that will be a major factor in the big picture of launching what Elon Musk noticed will be a vast amount of vehicles to build a base on Mars. Production is hard, prototypes are easy. Elon noted on Twitter, building about 1,000 starships to create a self-sustaining city on Mars is our mission. SN9's pad flow involves 2 key tests, the first of which has now been completed. Known as proof testing, Starship SN9 was put through 2 tests, one seeing the vehicle filled with gaseous nitrogen, called the ambient test, ahead of being loaded with supercold liquid nitrogen, LN2, for the cryo test. An impressive test of Starship's reaction control system, RCS, was also undertaken. Spread over 2 days, the test proved SN9 could be pressurized under cryogenic propellant loading conditions, allowing for the progression towards a major pre-launch objective, the static fire test. Ahead of the test on Monday, minor testing was ongoing, likely relating to header tank testing, requiring the pad to clear. For the static fire test, Starship SN9 will be fueled with its cryogenic beverage of choice, liquid methane and liquid oxygen. Akin to a normal countdown, a static fire test is the same as a wet dress rehearsal, bar the obvious addition of firing up the engines for a few seconds to gain the required data on the performance of the Raptors and the vehicle, along with the associated ground support equipment GSE plumbing. As per usual with a static fire test, such as those conducted on Falcon 9 rockets a few days before launch day, a quick look review will be conducted into the vehicle's performance data that is then fed into the launch readiness review. With the current thinking pointing towards launch just a few days after the static fire test, that review will take place in short order after the test. No official launch date has been mentioned by Elon or SpaceX, with the latter leaving most of the official Starship official updates for the bots to filter into social media. However, clues can be gained via local documentation, from road closures to restricted land, air, sea notices, and even hand-delivered letters to local residents. Starship SN9 will be targeting a repeat of the SN8 test, albeit this time with the goal of landing in one piece. Continuing the well-known SpaceX Boca Chica production cadence, the result of Starship SN9's test won't hamper the flight schedule, providing SN9 doesn't opt to dive into tank farm. Starship SN10 is all but ready to roll to the launch site following its nose cone mating inside the high bay. Although the high bay was specifically designed to cater the height requirements to stack super heavy boosters, it's proving to be a very useful facility for removing the need to install the nose cone at the launch site. Notably, that may have been the plan all along, with what appears to be room for 4 stacks based on the BN1 Super Heavy sections already deeper inside the high bay. Based on the production flow of Starships, where nose cone aerosurface installation and stacking with its own 5-ring section takes place inside the windbreak facility, and the mid-bay catering for 2 Starships to be stacked, there is a real possibility SpaceX Boca Chica could have 3 fully stacked Starships available at any one time. This is aided by 2 launch mounts, Pad A and Pad B. At present, Starship SN11 is now stacked and it's just waiting for SN10 to depart from the high bay to receive its own nose cone. SN12 is now being stacked alongside SN11 in the mid-bay. That's all for the information today. If you're excited about the groundbreaking work of SpaceX, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. See you on the next videos.